Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to School Science. My name is Luke and this is just like a little bit of a weekly talk about what's been going on around Everton. So this is like things like the new owners, transfers, kits, stuff like that, you know. We're just going to have a little chat about it and just discuss what's been going on, and I would love to hear your opinions on it as well. Right, so before we kick things off, I will like to have a very quick word from our sponsor, so here we go. How's it going, guys? If you like any of the gear that I'm wearing or any of the stuff on the back wall and you want some of this, why not go over to Forever Everton, who is also called Rob, on his Twitter. He has a link to his website. It's also in the description down below. He has a wide range of stuff. So he has t-shirts, he has mugs, he has coasters, he has art, he has all sorts. Go check him out. He is a very reasonable person. He makes amazing stuff at very reasonable prices, and he's also got a 20% discount code, which is in the description as well, for anyone who watches this channel. It is ScienceTV20. So go and give him a check out. Honestly, he is an amazing guy. He makes amazing stuff, and I really want all of us Evertonians to give him as much support as possible. So yeah, back to the video. Okay, so starting from the top, we're going to talk about the investments. So AS Roma owner Dan Friedkin has agreed to buy Everton from the majority shareholder Farhad Moshiri. Friedkin, who took over AS Roma in 2020, has an estimated worth of about $6.1 billion, so he's got about £4 billion to his name at the moment. Last week, his offer to Moshiri was accepted, paving the way for the takeover. So right now, he's basically got an exclusivity deal going right now. So he will have to go through, you know, the likes of the FIP and proper procedure 777 had to go through. So that's all going to have to be done around that. Moshiri, who increased his stake in Everton to about 94% in January 2022, invested heavily in the club. Despite this, Everton have struggled in recent seasons, narrowly avoiding relegation. So, as we know, the past 2 to 3 seasons have been a bit of a crap one. I mean, the previous season was much better than the other ones before that. That was more down to the fact that Sean Dyche has actually steadied the ship rather nicely. And if it wasn't for the whole rigmarole with the points deduction, PSR and all that lovely stuff, we wouldn't be looking at the relegation scrap last season. It would have quite literally been us around the mid-table. It would have, I think it was anywhere between 10th and 12th. If we hadn't even bothered with the points deduction. And I'm not even sure points deductions are going to be a thing next season. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's kind of going to be like a luxury tax, isn't it? So if you go over it, they're going to fine you even more, and potentially you're going to face, I don't know, maybe a transfer ban for a season. I don't know. If the transfer ban's like similar to what Chelsea had, where it was a sell to buy situation, the likes of Man City and all them, they're not going to be bothered by that in the slightest. But yeah. Previously, Moshiri did have an exclusivity deal with 777 Partners, which had expired on the 31st of May. This has allowed him to enter into discussions with Friedkin. It's Friedkin? I don't know how you pronounce his name. Put it in the comment section below, please. We've had other people as well, obviously. We've had the diehard Evertonians in Andy Bell and co. They've got their little investment group and everything, so they want to try and do it as well. Toffee to Ventures, apparently it's called, not Toffee Investment. So, apologies on the previous one. But yeah, with this new takeover, Everton fans are hopeful for a brighter future. So we're going to keep an eye on that one and hopefully find something more, hopefully in the near future. Hopefully he's able to pass his you know, all the stuff that he needs to do with the Premier League and whatnot to basically say, yeah, I'm fitting proper, you know, I've got all my money, all my ducks in a row, I've got this business behind me, I've got that business behind me, and we're not going to basically be a feeder club. I think that's the situation that I am a little bit concerned about, is that if he does buy into Everton, does that mean we become a feeder club to Roma, or is it vice versa, that we have Roma feeding us? If that's the case, I wouldn't mind a loan for Lukaku, you know, nudge nudge, wink wink. But yeah. So we're going to have a little look at the transfers now. So the main one that has been on everyone's lips right now is the whole thing with Jared Branthwaite going to Manchester United. Manchester United have set their sights on Everton's Jared Branthwaite, but they are prepared to walk away if the valuation isn't met. An initial bid of £43 million, including add-ons, was rejected by Everton, who are holding out for £70 million. So, as everyone knows, 70 million seems to be a reasonably fair thing for the likes of Jared Branthwaite. I mean, look at the likes of Fofana, look at the likes of Maguire and all them. You've paid well over the odds for them back in the day. And Jared Branthwaite right now, I'd probably say he is more than willing, well, more than able to run rings around them. He's a much higher quality player than the likes of Maguire. I can say that for a fact. But yeah, United have identified alternative targets like of Jean-Claire Todibo, Glessian Bremere, Lenny Yoro. If I'm getting these names wrong, please let me know. And Mark Guehi, he's actually in the England squad at the moment. At the time of this video, actually, England are playing. I'll be honest, I don't really have too much of an interest when it comes to international football. I like my club, that's about it really. I don't like looking at other teams. I don't like looking at the international teams because normally it's not amazing football, to say the truth, because more down to the fact that you've got players literally spread all over the Premier League and in some other leagues as well, the likes of La Liga and the Bundesliga, so the likes of Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham. These sorts of things, I just feel like the change of play styles and everything, and all of a sudden going into one whole squad, even though they are professional athletes, it does give you a feeling that they're just not on the same page and they don't really have enough time to really, become more cohesive. Also, it's down to the fact that your international manager has got some very questionable ways about player choices. I mean, Branthwaite would have been ideal. I mean, let's put it like this. If I was in that situation right now, my main thing would be, right, which players have played together the most? Okay, we've got Jordan Pickford. He's a solid keeper. He's got two centre-backs that have played really well, that being James Sarkowski and Jared Branthwaite. If I get them three together, they know how each other play, they can communicate with each other properly, there's no issues in breakdown from there. You've just got your centre-back sorted out along with your goalkeeper. Then you look wider, who have we got there, who's good? And then midfield, same again, and up front, same again. And then you have to look at your bench. Doing stuff like that is a lot better than saying, oh yeah, this guy's good, this guy's good, this guy's good. I like that guy, he's got nice shoes, let's go for him. That's how I feel like Southgate goes about it when it comes to picking and choosing the players. But I digress. This is about Everton, not about England, so let's get back to business. So Everton have actually agreed a multi-year deal with the kit provider Castore, so that will actually see an end to Hummel. And it is kind of a sad end, to tell you the God's honest truth. Hummel have actually made some really tidy kits. I really do like a lot of the kits that they've made. I mean, a lot of the training gear is nice as well. I mean, this one, I've probably watched this quite a few times, a couple of dozen times now, and it's holding up. There's no blemishing. There's no, no discolouring or anything like that. The only one that's ever really been a bad one, I grabbed one of the blue training tops from, not last season, the season before, and that one, the stake logo on the front here was all badly pitted, and it looked like mould was basically developing on it. I couldn't get a replacement one in my size, which was absolutely devastating because I really liked the kit. I really wanted to get it. But I'd say 90% of the kits that they've provided us have been absolute bangers. So I'm hoping Castore can actually do us justice. This is the last season of Goodison, so I want them to come in and make something that will be memorable for that last season of Goodison and also the inaugural season at Bramley-Moore Dock. So they need to make something. And I know a lot of people have actually said, why not do the charity shirt? So it was the one with the old-fashioned Everton logo, and the Umbro badge here was blued out so it blended in. Something like that would be great if you were to get it, even if you were to just get it so it was, the old-fashioned white Everton logo here, a slightly blued out Castore one, so instead of it being raw blue, so you have a raw blue shirt and say a light blue Castore with a light blue stake. So they are still there, they are still advertised, but they blend in a little bit better than the plain white. Something like that would be absolutely amazing. But yeah, guys, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate you guys watching these alongside the Bramley-Moore Dock videos. It's a very long and grueling process right now because I am slowly transitioning them over to this style of video. So when the new Everton Stadium is done, we can then just roll into this and everything is going to feel like nothing. Well, it's going to feel like nothing's changed. You're just going to miss out on the Bramley-Moore videos because obviously the stadium's finished. You do not want me flying around to complete the stadium saying, oh, well, let's have a look at the updates. Oh, wait, there isn't any updates because it's all done. You get what I mean, anyway. But yeah, I've also taken into account a lot. And I'm thinking of doing the Goodison Legacy project as well. So but the thing is, instead of it being a weekly thing, I might wind it back a bit and say, first week of the month, I will go down and I'll do see how the Goodison Legacy project is going on. Because I think that would be it would be a lot more appreciated than weekly, because you'd be a little bit oversaturated, and demolition and rebuild might take a bit longer than we'd like to. It would take little bit longer than what we've done at Branby Moordock. My thoughts on time would probably be around 5 years at a push, if anyone who actually has a bit more information on this, because I know it is still up in the air, the whole thing with the Goodison Legacy project. Try saying Goodison Legacy project 5 times fast. It's a right tongue twister. But yeah, I do think the thing will take roughly around 5 years, but if anyone who is a bit more of a professional in that field can update us, that would be greatly appreciated. But in any case, guys, I would like to thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. Also, hitting that bell icon is greatly appreciated. Also, if you want to contribute even more to the channel, why not become a part of the cup of coffee tier on the channel? I'm not sure if it is called. Yeah, it is called the cup of coffee tier. So with that, you're basically just donating £1 a month to the channel, and that gives you earlier access to the videos when I put them live. So what normally happens is I actually do a set time for these to come out, and if you're part of the cup of coffee tier, you basically get to watch them the second I've uploaded them, and it's normally anywhere between, say, 12 hours to 24 hours before they go live. So yeah, guys, I'd like to thank you all again so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Take care, and up the fucking toffee.